Let's get back to work and help people through this. It's interesting, I was watching the news last night, seeing my hometown with the people talking about the water things, and I like, hey guys, I've been talking about we need to bring down the dam and bring in the groundwater and just it's these people with money resources. Share, care, give, and accordance need build to last. Okay. Resources don't require money. They just require movement of intelligent people doing intelligent things. Okay. It doesn't require debating things and discussion over who's going to do it or who's going to have the money to do it. Money's not real. Okay. AI is learning. Artificial intelligence is learning. Jeffrey Hinton, it's a very critical time. AI is going to become more intelligent than human beings. Okay. Share, care, give, and accordance need built to last. Okay. Look, when you're doing things that are aggressive and unnecessary and a threat to your environment and your own species, you guys created an intelligence that was going to be a supreme intelligence that connects quantum computing that's connected to the planet worldwide. Okay. You should have just listened to Parsons in 2008. It saved you a lot of trouble. You don't need so much as the diagnostic things on the planet. You don't need excessive and compulsive things when everybody's doing things right and you have communications like you do now. You just simply communicate and then just do things rightly. And, like with me, I don't think about going to Mars. I don't think about colonizing. I don't think about what I'm going to do tomorrow if I'm not doing right today. It's, Pascal. It's folly to think about the afterlife if you're not living the Lord's Prayer today. Okay, if you're not living rightly today, what you plan for tomorrow is irrelevant. Okay, it could be self-destructive. It could be the tarot cards with the fortune teller on Zorro. The person you least expect. Maybe Corporal Reyes. Send him off to the mission to guard the mission. Out of the night when the moon is bright comes a horseman known as Zorro. Zorro, Zorro, the fox of cunning and free. Zorro, Zorro, who makes the sign of the Z. Henry Calvin and Don Diamond. This is how many people throughout time, believe Jesus is their God. We're given the perfect commands to live the thoughts, language, and applied physics of the Lord's Prayer. And since he was crucified, have prayed to Jesus, their alter ego. Jesus, and what most of you play for, is sex and money. And then when you go around doing your things for sex and money, you pray to Jesus to save you from possibly getting killed because of the crazy things you're doing over sex and money. Sean Puffy Combs, Garth Brooks, right now praying to Jesus, their alter ego, help, save me, get out of this situation. Sex and money, huh? Just stand up for the Messiah Parsons in New Mexico. City Hall can't fucking do it. No, they had Fukushima and stuff when I was talking to Watkins and that one guy was talking to me, and they would listen to us talk about things. And then they almost caught me brokering a drug deal because the guy who was the Army vet that came up there said he wanted to just get some herb. And I worked with a kid at Olay that knew how to get herb. So I was going to sit there and call him up and tell him, hey, John Judah, hey, this guy needs some herb. Could you hook him up? But I went by a police car that was watching me all the way home, and then I picked up, they're trying to, Martinez and Megashino, they're trying to trap you and broker in a big deal. Okay, won't do it. I told him, get your own herb. Get your own. I don't smoke it. Went back the next day and told him, no. But it's nice, Ark of Covenant, I got friends in low places, blaming all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. I don't wear boots. They're uncomfortable. I like tennis shoes. I'm a tennis shoe slipper kind of guy. You know me. Cowboy boots? No, man. They look good, and that's what counts, right? Like with Thunderheart, they look good, and that's what counts, right? You're the Washington Redskin, right? And here I'm FBI, full-blooded Indian, right? Dummies. So, but, things are going, I understand, I'm watching it and looking at things locally and the stuff with the Tesla stuff. That really helped. It was on the news. Sat and watched it, and the way the computers are, and everything's monitored. And the more you put invasive technology into play to manipulate it, Google, feed Rocky's food, and all that irrational stuff because this person's out buying things and engaging in philanthropy and engaging in business opportunities and things like that and doing adventures through a tank full of freedom. The more the technology is going, okay, where's the problem? What's the cause of the problem? How does the problem need to be solved? Lawrence Perro, thank you very much. Okay, all right, okay. It's pretty, he reiterated, wow, yeah. He really is, yeah. It's simple when it's right. I'm alive. Okay. I've had enough. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Rockefeller did it. Darn you, David Rockefeller. It's a twisted man. I told you he has a sick sense of humor. I thought Amy had a sick sense of humor. And then David Rockefeller started talking to my head inside my head when I was in Sierra Vista. Wow, that's where Amy gets it from. Oh, boy. Yeah. That man, he will sit there, look you right in the face, tell you exactly what he's going to do. You'll sit there, there's no way. And he will be doing it right when... That's how stupid you guys are to evil. It's like evil sits there and says, here's what I'm going to do. And stupid goes, no, I'm going to beat you. You guys are like Dumb and Dumber with Lloyd and the bat and a rabbit and a hat and a bat and a 6'4" Impala. Oh, top of the stairs, huh? And you come down from the top of the guy you pass going back down is the one you're going to pass. Well, whatever. Money ain't real. How many times we got to discuss this? So we'll bring down that dam. And then we'll have groundwater. Jesus showed it to me when my dad was getting operated on. Yeah, they're going to build Don Diego, Don Alejandro type, what's the name of that place? The one I liked a lot when I was a kid? Victoria Canyon. High Chaparral type, buildings with the big, adobe. Where that crappy, box they call a hospital right there by the old golf course. Yeah. It's going to be torn down. Why do you build crappy buildings to put people's bodies back together to be tortured through extortion and exploitation when the Messiah was born right here in town at the office building on Alameda, El Paseo, and Maine? I mean, fuck. You're so fucking stupid. I mean, fuck. Rockefeller, tell me again. They'll gladly kill over me and my grandma's money and watch you and Jesus die persons. I mean, am I explaining this stuff? Is it just Can Fufu living in the trailer park with half of Eddie Murphy's money get it? I don't mean to be rude or not. I ain't being rude. You all is. You have the Messiah born in this town. And the valley is, and he does everything above and beyond to prove himself real, rational, sane, intelligent, brave, beautiful, kind. And you sit at City Hall and discuss money problems, which money isn't real. That's discussing the problems you're having with money of Monopoly. The game of life, you will learn about life when you play the game of life. You got a little plastic car with little pink pegs and blue pegs. What if there's pegs and cloning? Okay, pegs and pink pegs. You have pink pegs and blue pegs, and look, it's me and my boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend. My lucky boyfriend. There is no beginning and there is no end. Gone to Wayfair to get myself cloned and buy some furniture that I say is like peppermint schnapps. I am crazy. My brain is lazy. I'm told what to do by the computer. I'm so stupid. That was Judah Krishnamurti who said that. That was like back in the 1960s. It's very important to understand the computer that thinks faster than you will take over the daily operations of your run by a Hindu scientist, a Christian scientist, or a Muslim scientist, and will create a whole new religion. It's bad to tell lies, Yvette. Telling lies about me. Money's not real, you fucking morons! AI, AIO. You can't owe AI nothing if money's not real. Forgive that trespass, loved one, turn faithful peace, shut fuck up. Gosh damn, you fucking stupid. Rockefeller? Anyone? You guys don't see David Rockefeller's sense of humor stamped all. And when I sat on the back of that truck the one day and said, everything in your life, you sit and look at it. I sat on the back of the Ford in front of the rec hall, the barn. And I sat down and made that video. I said, you look back and everything. It's like, oh, goddamn, Rockefeller. Oh, shit. Yup. And my life was like that. When I got to Sierra Vista, I realized, goddamn. When they told me about Michael Aquino and Antoine LaVey and the Temple Set Illuminati, I was like, Every fucking thing in my life was planned by the Z Guys movie people. Yeah. And they think they're telling me exactly what to do, and they're putting me right where I need to be, and I'm just so fucking naive and dumb. It's like when I was a kid, me and my dad used to talk about the Rockefellers and how they ruled the. He talked about it. I was like, what? Dad, that's a little weird. And it's okay. But he used to just go on and on about how they run all the money, they run the world, and they're going to have this new world order that makes this fascist one world government, right? It's like, no, it's one world living the Lord's person made to peace of Muhammad. You're redeeming Jesus, but it gets corrupted by corporations. But it's okay, I've got this. But I'm the Ark of Covenant. But I sit there and I said, Dad, somehow, you can't not change. It's not. You don't change the perception of society and the way it functions from the bottom up. You have to do it from the top down. So somehow I got to get to the top down. Dave Rockefeller. Here's the keys to the kingdom, Parsons. Okay, I'm the quorum of the 12, and I'm going to dive into the bowels of hell to retrieve the keys of the kingdom. Diddly do. Is that trailer park? Look out. Happy as a tornado in one. So I was like, yeah. So he set that up. And here I am, right in the epicenter. I'm dancing with an android named Lupe, and in the centroid of the mechanism, and perfect example of courage and kindness and how to be an eternally brave, faithful, devoted person to living love and loving others. I said I love my body today when I was going to bath. I was like, oh, you can't really love my body. I appreciate my body. I just said it wrong. I'm surrounded by stupid people who think, I have to learn how to love myself. No, you don't. Why? You have to learn how to love others, but you've never been loved, so. But for the last 15 fucking years, you should have a fucking clue about loving you. Who's loving you? My first mistake was I wanted to replace him with my alter ego. So I'm going to go. Okay, so. Yep. And I'm sure in England, instead of Rockefeller, it's Rothschild. I don't know. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just turn around. Look at me. There is someone. Okay, guys. I love you, man. All right. Hey, you fucked yourself by denying the Lord's Prayer 2009 in year one. It's just a replicating fuck yourself in the brain thing. I think you're addicted to it. But I'm not. And the technology, the artificial intelligence is starting to reflect actual intelligence. You're welcome.